Hey guys, hi everyone. It's Emma here, and welcome back to episode 4 of Intuitive Eating Explained, where we're diving today into principle 3 of intuitive eating, which is make peace with food. So for those who are new here, I'm Emma Townsin. I'm a registered dietitian and I'm a certified intuitive eating counsellor. So I work with women to bring joy back to food and to feel at peace in their bodies. Intuitive Eating Explained is a mini-series to dive deeper into the framework I use to support clients to stop stressing over food. So let's jump into today, principle 3, as I said, making peace with food. This principle is about stopping the food fight and giving yourself unconditional permission to eat all food. Okay, I know how this can feel. It can't be healthy, or I'll eat way too much of all the unhealthy foods. But hear me out here. If you tell yourself that you can't or you shouldn't have particular foods, it can lead to intense feelings of deprivation around that food. And this can then build into uncontrollable cravings for that food, and then often binging. Eating the food in this way, with these feelings of guilt or without connection with the eating experience, does not take away the feeling of deprivation for the food. So when you eat your forbidden or quote-unquote bad foods from a place of deprivation, eating them will often be done with such urgency that it can result in eating to a place of extreme discomfort, both physical and emotional. If we believe we will not have access to these foods again, then of course we are going to struggle to stop at a comfortable place with them. And this is also known as Last Supper eating, and it usually comes with a huge side of guilt and overwhelm, which can further complicate our relationship with our bodies and with food. So making peace with foods is about getting rid of the rules around food, about allowing ourselves to learn about and experience how food feels in our bodies. And at first we might find ourselves eating more than feels comfortable, but once the deprivation mindset is gone, these foods can simply fit peacefully into our lives in an amount that feels good. It also gives space to learn about which foods we really like. We may find we don't even like all of these forbidden foods that we crave so much. We also allow space for a bigger range or variety of foods. And we may find in some situations that when all food is neutral, we might have a preference for more nutritionally dense foods as well. To get started with making peace with food, we can start to notice the thoughts we're having around food, and then consider if the thought is triggering the deprivation mindset around food. So for example, if I have a thought that, I can't eat this donut, it's really unhealthy, it's going to make me unhealthy, it's a bad thing to do. That's triggering that deprivation mindset around food. So what I can then do is place a label on that thought, such as, okay, that's a deprivation thought, or that's a diet culture thought that's come from my environment. That hasn't come from what my body is telling me. And then try to think of some other positive or neutral ways that you can think about the food instead. And repeat these thoughts. So it may be, okay, this is just a donut. If I stop stressing over the donut, that's going to be a lot healthier for me than if I'm living in fear and stress around this donut. If I get rid of the deprivation around it, then I can allow it to be a joyful and peaceful part of my life. Repeating these thoughts, even if we don't truly believe them at first, helps to shift the thought pathways that are in our brain, these neural pathways that instantly go to this is bad. And shift that to a more peaceful and supportive thought pathways in our brain. Along with this activity, another activity to try is to get a large amount of the forbidden or the feared foods. So it's important to get an amount of these foods that's more than you think you could eat. serve that food up to yourself. If it's a meal, you might want to put it in a plate or bowl. If it's a snack, you can serve it again on a plate or bowl. If there's more than fits in there, make sure there's just some left in the kitchen, some left on the side, and you have permission to go get more of that food if you need. Tell yourself, sit down with that food and tell yourself you have complete permission to eat as little or as much of this food as you want. If you notice this deprivation or diet culture thoughts coming up, challenge those and try to replace them with more supportive thoughts. You may find at first you eat more than is comfortable of this food. But keep practicing this activity and keep this food in the house as much as possible between times that you do that activity. And really give yourself permission to have this food whenever you feel like it, whenever you really want it. And also give yourself permission to stop eating whenever you feel ready to stop, reminding yourself that this food will be available the next time you want it. And continue this until the food no longer feels restricted. It's not about burning out on the food, but really creating an abundance mindset. So you know you don't have to eat it all now. It will still be there for you when you want it. So let me know how you go with these activities and if you have any questions. Later this week, I'm off to Egypt for a week and a half. So I'm really excited to experience the culture and of course, try lots of the local foods. It's one of my favorite parts of traveling. So intuitive eating explained will be skipping a week next week while I enjoy myself in Egypt, and it'll be back in 2 weeks' time. I'll see you then.